Can I prophesy? One time in South Africa, the prophet went on the internet, posted, "Tomorrow I'll be with my son, Pastor Felix. You'll be prophesying like crazy." I saw it was 4 p.m. Nothing happened. 5 p.m. Nothing happened. Like, "Son, let's go to the service." I say, we are now going there. We go to the service. Say, my son is going to prophesy. Try to give a signal. Like, but you didn't do anything. How is it going to happen? There is nothing. Few minutes later, you took the microphone, gave me the microphone and said, "Son, prophesy." How does it work? I was with the man of God one time in South Africa. I told you the story of how the prophet went on the internet, posted, "Tomorrow I'll be with my son, Pastor Felix, and you'll be prophesying like crazy." Then he called me to South Africa. And I was like, okay, when I get there, maybe he's going to take me into a secret chamber. A secret chamber. Then you anoint me or pluck out these eyes and give me the... I saw it was 4 p.m. Nothing happened. 5 p.m. Nothing happened. I saw the cars. I was like, "Son, let's go to the service." I say, we are now going there. He never prayed for me. What is happening? We go to the service. He said, my son is going to prophesy. I said, I tried to give a signal, but but you didn't do anything. How is it going to happen? There is nothing. Few minutes later, you took the microphone, gave me the microphone and said, "Son, prophesy." Say, how does it work? Then I just moved like this. I just pointed at a certain lady. I say, "You come closer." Hey! I said, "Can I prophesy?" Then I started to speak words. God is going to take you higher. This. I said, even if you are into business of printing. The moment I said that, I saw the lady crying, kneeling down. She said, "My husband is into printing." I said, it's working now. So after that service, I asked the prophet, "How come I was able to prophesy before you even prayed for me?" He said, "It's by association. You got my spirit by being with me." So the same applies. Just by being in this environment, Sunday in, Sunday out, you get a portion of the prophet. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You might not be able to call out John or Shaquita, Shanene, Ray, but at least about your family, you can open your mouth and start to prophesy. Are you hearing what I'm saying, somebody? You get what I'm saying? That's how it started. He said, "I was with you." So how was I getting it? All that time when I was standing next to the speaker. You know, I used to be, sit down, I'm closing now. Give me 10 minutes. Arare people. I used to stand on the speakers like this when the man of God is preaching. For years, standing there. That means before the word reaches you there, it was, look at that, that's me there in reddish, hearing the voice of the man of God. And when you see me standing on the speaker there, it was after the promotion. Because protocol can promote you. I didn't start there. They started by putting me on certain bathrooms. They say, you keep the bathrooms. And I was keeping the bathroom faithfully and consistently. Never late to keep that bathroom. Then I was promoted from that bathroom and they say, you keep the car. And the problem with that one, I was keeping the car. The prophet would arrive like this. Then me, I'm supposed to be far. I only come to keep the car when he moves in. So he wasn't able to see me. You understand what I'm saying? When he comes out, when I see him coming out like this, I'm supposed also to move away. It was like I was the threat. But I was doing it faithfully. You understand what I'm saying? So when people see me, they say, "Chief, Someone saw me in Eswatini and people were dancing and singing for me. They say, hey, Zhenyu.
Lucky.
I say, you were not there when I was standing next to the car. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know the prophet bought a property in Shawasha there? You were there. And that house, when we bought it, there was no electricity, the connection. It was dark. So we went to see the house, 7 p.m., 8 at night. The prophet just turned to me and said, you are sleeping here. It was a guy called Delight who brought me some firewood and matches at night around Cove. But I remember entering each and every room of that house. And I say, God, if I'm sleeping here, I shall never struggle a place to sleep. And from that day until today, I have never stayed in a house which is not a double story. Even a haunted one that I stayed in Mtar, it was a double story. You get what I'm saying? It was the grace that I collected working for me. We went to Israel, and when in Israel, I was very broke that time. In Israel, then he pointed at another guy, he said, this is my son from America, he's doing this. He pointed at another one, he said, this is my son from Britain, he's doing this. Then he pointed at me, he said, this is my son from Zimbabwe, and he's into properties. And I had nothing. So I called my wife after the service. I say, what is this man doing now? All along he was flowing in the anointing. But what is this thing now? I said, he even called in front of people. He said, that's me. That's the season. That's us in Israel. So where we were standing there, we were looking at that place where Ananias and Sapphira died. That's where we're looking at. There. So I said to my wife, what is happening? Then my wife said, just believe what he said. A week later, a man came to me. He said, young man, do you want a property? I'm selling a property. I said, I don't have money. He said, about 25,000, give me. I'll give you this one. I said, I don't have. He said, what about 15,000? I said, I don't have. He said, what about 10,000? I said, I don't have. He said, what about 5,000? I said, I don't have. He said, what about 1,000? I said, I don't have. He said, what about $500? I don't have. He said, what about 100? I said, I don't have. He said, what about 50? I said, I have 50. The moment I handed over 50, the men took the books and all the documents and started to write my names. You understand what I'm saying? My first house is in Chitungwiza there. You understand what I'm saying? I bought it for $50. 50. After the prophecy of the man of God. Are you getting what I'm saying? So these things work. As you are hearing this testimony, I decree and I declare that before the close of this year, a strange testimony is happening to you. Even for those who are watching online, a strange testimony is coming to you. Some of you buy companies for $1. You don't know how it will happen because you cannot explain the chemical composition of a miracle. Are you hearing what I'm saying, somebody? I decree and I declare to 100 people who are hearing me right now, before the end of 2025, you are a partaker of the same testimony.